Picture this. You walk into your grandparents' house, and there's a cozy breakfast nook with built-in seating, a telephone alcove with its own little bench, and windows that actually open to let in fresh air instead of relying on central air conditioning. These weren't just design choices, they were thoughtful solutions that made homes feel more human, more connected, and honestly, more magical than the sterile boxes we live in today. Today, we're diving into 10 retro home features that have vanished from modern construction and exploring why we're desperately missing them in our cookie-cutter world. There was something absolutely magical about a built-in breakfast nook that no modern kitchen island can replicate. These cozy corner spaces featured wraparound bench seating with storage underneath, a small table, and were usually positioned next to a window to catch the morning light. They were the heart of informal family dining from the 1920s through the 1960s, creating an intimate space that encouraged conversation and connection. The built-in design maximized space efficiently while creating a sense of enclosure that made even the smallest kitchen feel like it had multiple rooms. Modern open-concept kitchens, for all their spaciousness, have lost this sense of intimate gathering. We miss breakfast nooks because they turn the simple act of eating bacon and eggs into a ritual of togetherness, and they made even tiny homes feel thoughtfully designed rather than just functional. Before smartphones turned us all into walking communication devices, homes had dedicated spaces for the family telephone that were both functional and beautiful. These built-in alcoves featured a small shelf for the phone and phone book, often with a built-in seat or stool, and sometimes even a small light for evening calls. They were strategically placed in central locations like hallways or living rooms where everyone could hear the phone ring and have privacy for conversations. The design acknowledged that phone calls were events worth designing around, not interruptions to be managed. These nooks created a sense of ceremony around communication and provided a designated retreat within the home. We miss them because they represented a time when homes were designed around human behavior rituals and when communication felt more intentional and special than our current constant connectivity. The formal dining room wasn't just a separate space, it was a complete environment designed around the ritual of shared meals and entertaining. These rooms featured built-in china cabinets with glass doors, display lighting, and specialized storage for serving pieces that elevated everyday dining into something special. The built-in cabinets were often architectural masterpieces themselves, with leaded glass, interior mirrors, and custom millwork that matched the home's overall style. They provided a designated place for families to display their finest possessions and created a sense of occasion around meal preparation and presentation. Modern open-concept homes have sacrificed this sense of ceremony for casual convenience. But we miss the formal dining room because it reminded us that some moments deserve special spaces and that the act of sharing a meal can be elevated into something beautiful and meaningful. Before air conditioning, homes included sleeping porches and enclosed sunrooms that brought families closer to nature while maintaining comfort and privacy. These spaces were typically screened or enclosed with windows that could open fully, creating a semi-outdoor environment that was perfect for sleeping during hot summer nights or relaxing during mild weather. They were often furnished with comfortable seating, plants, and sometimes even beds for afternoon naps or overnight sleeping. The design acknowledged that human beings have a deep need to connect with natural air, light, and seasonal changes without sacrificing security or privacy. These rooms created a transitional space between indoors and outdoors that enriched daily life and provided a retreat from the more formal areas of the home. We miss them because they offered a way to live with nature rather than in opposition to it, and they provided naturally lit, naturally ventilated spaces that made homes feel more alive and connected to the seasons. The Clawfoot tub wasn't just a bathing fixture, it was the centerpiece of a bathroom designed around relaxation and luxury. These freestanding cast iron tubs, often positioned near a window, turned bathing into a spa-like experience that modern built-in tubs simply cannot match. The surrounding bathrooms were typically spacious, with high ceilings, large windows, and sometimes even seating areas that made the space feel more like a private retreat than a utilitarian home. The design acknowledged that bathing should be a pleasurable, restorative experience rather than a quick, functional task. The visual weight and presence of a Clawfoot tub created a sense of luxury and permanence that made even modest homes feel elegant. We miss them because they represented a time when even daily routines were designed to feel special, and when bathrooms were spaces for restoration rather than just efficiency. Built-in window seats transformed ordinary windows into destinations within the home, creating cozy reading nooks and casual seating areas that took advantage of the natural light and views. These features typically included cushioned bench seating with storage underneath, sometimes flanked by built-in bookshelves or cabinetry that created a complete retreat. They were often positioned in bedrooms, living rooms, or hallways where they could take advantage of the best views and light. The design created a sense of enclosure and intimacy that encouraged quiet activities like reading, crafts, or simply watching the world outside. They made efficient use of space while creating specialized areas for contemplation and relaxation. We miss window seats because they acknowledge that homes should provide spaces for solitude and reflection, and they created a physical connection between interior life and the natural world outside. Before central air conditioning, homes were designed with transom windows above doors and carefully planned cross-ventilation that created natural airflow throughout the house. These small windows above doorways could be opened to allow air circulation while maintaining privacy and security in individual rooms. The entire home was designed as a ventilation system, with windows strategically placed to create cooling breezes that made even hot climates more comfortable. This approach required thoughtful architectural planning that took into account prevailing winds, sun patterns, and the natural behavior of heated air. The result was homes that felt fresh and alive, with constantly changing air quality and temperature that connected inhabitants to natural rhythms. We miss this approach because it created homes that breathed naturally and required minimal energy to maintain comfort, and because it made us more aware of and connected to natural weather patterns and seasonal changes. Laundry chutes were ingenious solutions that made household management more efficient while keeping dirty laundry out of living spaces. These built-in systems typically featured a door or slot on upper floors that connected to a chute leading directly to the laundry area in the basement. They were often accompanied by other centralized household systems like built-in vacuum systems, milk delivery doors, and dumbwaiters that made large homes more manageable. The design acknowledged that household tasks required thoughtful planning and specialized infrastructure, not just good intentions. These systems made daily life more convenient while maintaining the cleanliness and organization of living spaces. We miss laundry chutes because they represented a time when homes were designed around the practical realities of daily life, and when household management was considered worthy of architectural solutions rather than just personal effort. Picture rails were elegant molding systems that ran along walls near the ceiling, allowing homeowners to hang artwork and photographs without damaging plaster walls. These systems used hooks and wire to suspend framed pieces, making it easy to rearrange displays or add new pieces without creating holes in the wall. They were often accompanied by crown molding and wainscoting that created a complete decorative system that added architectural interest to even simple rooms. The design acknowledged that wall displays should be flexible and changeable, and that walls themselves could be decorative elements worth highlighting. Picture rails allowed for seasonal decorating changes and made it easy to showcase collections or rotate artwork. We miss them because they made homes feel more personal and changeable, and because they provided an elegant solution to the eternal problem of how to display cherished objects without damaging walls. Traditional homes were built around the principle of creating separate, purposeful spaces for different activities, a brilliant approach to home design that we've largely abandoned. These homes had designated rooms for specific functions: formal dining rooms, proper entryways, separate kitchens, studies, and service areas that kept household activities organized and contained. The design acknowledged that different activities require different kinds of spaces, and that a well-designed home should accommodate both public and private functions without everything bleeding together. Modern open-concept homes have lost this sophisticated approach to functional zones, often forcing all activities, cooking, entertaining, working, relaxing, to share the same sprawling space. We miss this thoughtful approach to household organization because it created homes that functioned smoothly without sacrificing beauty or comfort. You could cook fish without the smell reaching the living room, have a conversation without competing with kitchen noise, and maintain different atmospheres for different activities rather than living in one generic great room. These retro home features weren't just design trends, they were solutions to human needs that we've somehow forgotten how to address. They created homes that were more personal, more connected to nature, more efficient, and more beautiful than many of today's houses. While we can't bring back the social structures that supported some of these features, we can certainly learn from their thoughtful approach to creating spaces that serve both practical and emotional needs. Which of these retro features do you miss the most? And more importantly, which ones do you think we should bring back in modern home design? Let us know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this journey through home design history, hit that subscribe button for more deep dives into architecture and design that shaped how we live.